What'd you think of Kobe pulling in 3 today?
I mean, that's pretty cool, man. I mean, it helps us a lot. So, yeah, I mean, it was a great all-around game for us. And, it was really big for us to, really just hone in on all the details. And, I talked about it earlier in the week, us being better in all phases of the game. And I think we showed that today. So it was really important.
For the most part, you guys did a much better job taking advantage of turnovers by the opposing team, things like that. Why do you think the offense did a better job executing in those situations?
I just think, having, just the initial focus throughout the week, just focusing on just the details and going back to the basics of our offense, it really helped, when it comes to just blocking up things right. And I think we just controlled the game in all phases, in the pass game, in the run game. And, when you can be balanced like that, it makes it really hard for a defense. So I just thought we had a really good attack, really good game plan. And at the end of the day, we executed really well.
Can you take us through that 54-yard run? Did you think you were going to house it once you got to the outside?
I mean, I tried, man. I tried my hardest. But, obviously I'm trying to score anytime I touch the ball. So it was an exciting run for me. It was pretty cool.
Devin, just how do you describe what the locker room was like after the game?
Yeah, I mean, just rejuvenated. Just a familiar feeling that we got away from. And, the guys are super excited. But, at the end of the day, too, we understand that we have to flush this game as much as we had to flush all the others, too, because, we have an important week ahead of us, and we still have a lot of things we can get better at, too. So it'll be super important for us to get back in the film room tomorrow and just go over those details.
Devin, you've got to see Jalon Daniels grow ups and downs throughout the years. What have you seen from him this year? I mean, obviously, tough start. Do you feel like he's back to what you saw in 2023, 2022, or was it just different?
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of reasons, things just don't go our way, right? And, I think the thing about JD that we all know is that he remains humble. He just goes to work, and he keeps grinding, gets after it. And, I had to actually tell him, like, dude, maybe you need to stop watching so much film. Like, he was spending, 14 hours a day on film, and a ridiculous amount. And, it just, more of the time you see him and Q-Skin and Trevor and LJ and Luke just spending time after practice, just getting in sync and getting in rhythm. And I think you can see the trust building between all of them. And, for us up front and for me as a running back, it's our job to protect them. And, when all those things come together, it just makes the pass game work. And so I think, obviously, JD is the familiar JD that we saw in the past came out to show today, and it was really cool to see. And I was super happy for him, especially with all the negativity that we've all seen. And at the end of the day, we don't pay attention, but it can affect. And so JD kind of just blocks that out and just does what he does.
Yeah. And you're on the verge of breaking the all-time rushing record. You tied a bunch of records today. How do you feel about that? And excited, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, honored, honored. And, I joke around with the O-line, but it's not really a joke, it's our record, and a lot of those guys, been with me from the beginning, and so I owe them a lot, and the receivers as well. So it feels great, it's one of those dreams that I had, when I first committed here, and to be, at the forefront and knocking on the door of those, it means a lot to me.
Is there a better opponent to theoretically do it against?
It's almost like written a perfect story, and so it'll be cool, especially after a W, and we got a lot of work to do, going into their house. It's going to be a tough game. They're on a roll, and so we got to just handle all of our details the same way we did this week.
You got featured a lot early on the offense. Was that by design to help open things up for everyone, or was it more just kind of the way you planned?
I just think, we're such a, not reliant, but, we have such a strong running attack, and we leaned on that heavily, in the beginning of the game, and it kind of made them, come into the box a little bit more, and then that opened up the pass game even more, and then, the pass game got rolling. So it's kind of like just a balance, and, that's the part that makes it really hard for defenses,
Devin, you guys had 220 rushing yards, and Jalon didn't get sacked once. Can you just talk about how your offensive line played and just the ground game overall?
Yeah, I thought those guys played phenomenal. From a standpoint, I don't even think JD was pressured either. And so that's huge. For him to have that time and to connect with the receivers, that's a super big thing, and it shouldn't go unnoticed. And so I'm super proud of those guys up front. They grind, they battle. It's a tough job for any man, and so just super proud of the effort all around for the team. And yeah, we just got more work to do.
I saw there were multiple times you had the chance to do cool handshakes and celebrations. So what did it mean to have a game where you're able to have a lot of celebrations?
Yeah, we practice these celebrations, man. So it's important for us to get in the end zone so we can actually run them. And so it was good to just, get in the end zone a lot today. And, it was super big for our confidence as well.
All right. Thank you.